Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Barakatah. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to Yakim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the Brother Rai with another video, and I'm going to be using an article from ZeroHedge.com titled Slakia. British school forces boys to wear gender-neutral skirts instead of shorts. So just more of an indication of the wickedness that Esau, the so-called white man. Everything this Edomite does to try to make the world a so-called better place just makes it worse. People are miserable. They're addicted to alcohol and drugs and don't want to live anymore. They honestly want to die. And now we're just making it even. Well, now Esau's just making it more complicated by saying, "Oh, if you think you were a woman when you were born a man, then that's okay. You can chop your rod off and start using bathrooms that women use." A private secondary school in Oxfordshire, England, is banning its male students from wearing shorts during the summer months and is instead requesting that they wear a more gender-neutral ensemble that includes that staple of men's athletic wear, the skirt. According to the Daily Mail, Chiltern Edge Secondary School's rule change comes after an unfavorable ruling by the government agency tasked with overseeing educational standards. School leaders said the skirts were a more formal alternative to shorts, regardless of how comfortable they might make male students at the school. Unsurprisingly, parents are complaining about the bizarre school dress code, which is part of a larger trend of schools adopting gender-neutral uniforms to make transgender students feel more at home. I'm surprised I haven't seen this at a policy at U.S. schools as well, because look at what we've got over here. Again, that gender-neutral bathroom, or if you're a transgender, male to female, and vice versa, you can use the bathroom that you feel appropriate using, but that's just all madness. If you were born a man, you're a man, and if you were born a woman, you're a woman. But we know that's not how Esau gets down. And that brings me to my first precept in Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe or destruction unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And this is an unrighteous decree, because this goes against the law of the Most High, as it says in Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto Yahweh thy power. So this is as it said, it's an abomination unto the Most High. But knowing Esau being the wicked, that doesn't bother him at all, because again in Psalms 58 verse 3, the wicked, which again are the Edomites, the so-called white race, see Malachi chapter 1, are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So Esau was never meant to be upright. As it said, he's estranged from the womb, and he goes astray speaking lies as soon as he's born. And this is a lie that a man can be a woman if he thinks so, and that it's okay for a male to wear a skirt. Because, again, back to Deuteronomy 22 and 5, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. But we know it's not just going to stop here. You Edomites are going to push this as far as you can push this, because the brother over at GMS, I Hate My Life, made a good point. We can see that they're pushing for pedophilia to be normalized, to where it'll be LGBTQP, and that P for pedosexual. And he gave a good example of that. If pedosexuals is allowed, eventually they're going to move it to where you can be an age sexual, to where a 40-year-old sweaty man can come up to your house and say, "Oh, I want to date your 8-year-old daughter because I age identify as being a 9-year-old boy." And you won't be able to say anything, because it'll be a discrimination if you think this creep can't take your daughter out on a date and play in the lawn with her. Just complete madness. And you people that accept this stuff now, and if it got to the point where all this crazier stuff happened later, you deserve to have it happen to you, because you don't have a spine. You don't want to stand up for what's right. Of course, Parents of straight students can rest assured that their children will also feel comfortable, because if they don't want to wear gender neutral skirts ensemble, they can simply wear blazers and trousers in the sweltering heat. So see, they're making it to where it's okay if you don't want to wear a skirt, but you can wear some hot ass pants and a jacket, because shorts are it's let me go back to how they worded it, because skirts are a more formal alternative to shorts, and it'll make our transgender students feel more at home. Again, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Following the change, parent Alistair Vince Porteous asked staff if his son could wear tailored shorts, but the school said that they were not part of the uniform. The bemused father was then told that the uniform policy was gender neutral and boys could of course wear a skirt if they wished. The move follows a trend for schools adopting gender neutral policies to help transgender pupils feel more at home, promoting madness and wickedness. Which, let's go to this precept, Isaiah 5:20, Salakia. Woe, or again, destruction unto them that call evil good. Oh, it's okay for a man to be a woman, or a boy to wear a skirt instead of shorts, and good evil. Oh, that Bible's wicked. We can't discriminate against homosexuals, lesbians, and transgenders, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So destruction unto chiefly you Edomites and all you other reprobates out there that are okay with this. Many schools now say skirts and trousers can be worn by either gender. Under the Equality Act, schools have a duty to protect transgender students from discrimination. This case came to light at the weekend, as the temperatures are set to sort of 26 Celsius or 79 Fahrenheit next week. Mr. Vince Porteous said, "I was told shorts are not part of the uniform. It's a shame we can't be more grown up about it. We aren't asking for rah-rah skirts or skinny jeans. Just get tailored shorts for 2 months a year. It's not a big deal. I know that in the past other schools have worn skirts, so I asked if my son was able to do that, and the school said yes." Fellow parent Joan Muday said, "It's nuts to make the kids wear blazers and ties when it gets very hot." The school introduced the new uniform policy after Ofsted, a government organization charged with maintaining educational standards, determined that Chiltern's uniform policy was inadequate. The introduction of the new uniform policy came after the school was branded inadequate by Ofsted. In August, the school, which has the capacity for 900 pupils, but as of January last year had only 507, will join the Maiden Airlay Trust and become an academy. Students hail from nearby areas such as Caversham, Reading, and Theresa May's Maidenhead constituency. Head teacher Moira Green said in September 2017, with the support of parents, Chiltern Edge made the decision to move to a more formal uniform. This has been a success. Maiden Airlay Trust, in preparation for September 2018, wholeheartedly supports Chiltern Edge's adoption of a more formal uniform. Of course, we'd like to applaud Ofsted for its commitment to rigorous educational standards for athletes, because Chiltern students are learning one of the most valuable lessons of all, that it's okay for boys to wear skirts. But as we just read in Deuteronomy 22, verse 5, it's not. But living in the basest of men, Esau's the society, we can't be surprised at anything like this anymore. We're just seeing all kinds of madness getting pushed in this world. And I'm going to go to Proverbs 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. As we're seeing right now, these parents are upset that their sons can't wear tailored shorts. They have to wear a skirt or wear hot pants and a blazer in sweltering heat. And not just that, but all these other unrighteous decrees that Esau promotes, such as transgenderism and just stuff like that. People aren't going to come out and say they're against it because they don't have a spine, but deep down they are against it. People with children don't want to have their children go to school and be taught by a pervert dressed as a woman, or have to worry about their children going into a bathroom where some creep who identifies as the opposite sex is in there. The people are mourning, and not just that. The food's poison, the water's poison, and the air's poison. You've got these people constantly sick and having to take these medications that just make the situation worse. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when the true Hebrew Israelites, when you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are back in your power seat, the people will rejoice, because we're going to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible to govern this world. And those are the wages that lead unto life. Because when you look at how the way this world's run and compare it to the Bible, the laws and statutes and commandments of the Bible, you'll see that if the world were run under the Bible, we'd be in a much better situation. Things would be healthy mentally. You'd have men being men and women being women. Children would be parented the right way. And also a good example I like to think is you're supposed to give the land that you cultivate for food a 7-year Sabbath rest, and the food is grown stronger. The food grows stronger and has more nutrition in it, and is actually bigger in size, because there's a little model I looked at where it showed 2 men carrying a cluster of grapes, and it took 2 men to carry this cluster of grapes because these grapes were honestly the size of basketballs. But since we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, these lands that are cultivated for food are done so 24/7, and you can see the weak, overpriced food we have now. So again, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So with this video, I hope you brothers were edified, and just pray that we get out of here as soon as possible, and it is just right around the corner. So with that, I'm going to say Abba Ball, Kwam Yasharala. Until next time, Shalom.